Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, I want to show you three Rivium Trace features that are really important for production: logs, core monitoring, and alerts. First, we need to create organization. After that, we make our project. Here, you see two keys, API key and server key. We may copy both of them and paste in Node.js server. So the code is pretty simple. It's the Express server. At the top, we initialize the SDK with two things, the API key and the server secret. You get both from console when you create project, as I shown before. The single init call gives you automatic uncuff exception capture, unhandled promise rejection capture, and manual error tracking. Your app is already being monitored. Now let me show you what shows up in the dashboard after this. If I switch to the console and click in Rivium Trace, I can see my project selected in the drop-down at the top of the sidebar. Below that are navigation items. The planned budget at the bottom of the sidebar shows which tiers we are on. It says free. Right now is a gray badge. If you are on the Pro or Business, it shows up in blue. Okay, let's go through each feature. First, I need to enable logging in the code. One extra call right after init. The source ID is how Rivium groups your logs. If you have got three services, an API, a worker, a cron runner, each one gets own source ID and they show up separately in the dashboard. Now let me clear logs in the sidebar and show you what it looks like. Okay, so the logs tab has a lot going on. Let me walk through it. At very top there is a toolbar. On the left it says logs. On the right you have got a search bar where you can search logs by message. Then a time range drop down. You can pick 1 hour, 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days, or all time. Next to that, there are two view mode buttons, a stream and columns. Then a live pod indicator. When it's connected, it shows a green live button with a little pulsing dot. And finally, a refresh button and clear button. Below the toolbar, there is a row of level filter buttons: info, debug, war, error, each with a count badge showing how many logs of that levels you have. You can click to toggle levels on and off. On the right side of that bar, it shows something like 12 or 47 logs. On the left side, there is a collapse sidebar showing your log sources. Each source shows up a container with the green or red status dot. You can select which source to view, and there are select all, clear all buttons at the top. Now let me generate some logs. The demo server has HTTP endpoints that trigger each feature, so I just call them with the curl or open them in my browser, or you can use Postman. If you are following along with open source project, you do that same things. That endpoints called Rivium Trace Info, warn, logError, and logDebug 7 times to simulate a batch job processing. And there, 7 new logs just appeared. You can see them color-coded by level. Info entries have a blue badge, the warning has a yellow badge, and the error has a red badge. Each entry shows the timestamp, the level, the source name, and the message. If I click on any log entry, a details modal pops up showing the full message. All the metadata as a JSON object, the timestamp, and which source it came from. Now here's the best part. See that stream button in the top toolbar. When I click it, and it switches to stream view, and the live indicator turns green. I'm now watching log in the real time over WebSocket. It's basically tail-f in browser. If I go to my terminal and hit a few more endpoints, the logs appear here instantly without me refreshing anything. And the column view that lets you put up to 4 sources side by side. So if you are debugging something that goes across your API server and your worker, you can see both log streams next to each other. Each column has its own scroll and its own curl button. One more thing, if you have a lot of logs coming in fast, you will see a yellow warning banner appears near the top right showing the buffer status, like 450 or 500 logs in memory. And if you scroll up away from the latest log, a jump to latest button appears at the bottom right.